across there. The one we've been chasing's up here. Got good wind right now for this one, so we're just gonna lay here. Half hour maybe. See what he does. If he starts sounding off, then we might move in and see if we can get close. It's all gonna depend on the wind. We've got solid cloud cover today.
Smoke cover.
Yeah, it's a lot cooler. Smoke's definitely up higher, so might be able to make a play. Well, we sat here for a little bit and grabbed a bite to eat, but I haven't heard any more bugling. Just gonna go up towards where we heard the last bugle and see if we can rile him up. Sam's only got about an hour left, then we have to head back because he's got football, so. Now we heard the bugle. I'm gonna head that way. It's not into the midday play. So weird. Typically with that many bulls and that much bugling, once they bed down, they'd still bugle for a bit, but
They covered some ground today, too. They were...
it's just hot. Cool down tomorrow, and things will get really good. Even better than today. Supposed to cool down tomorrow.
Is it?
Or heat up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it can get much hotter than
That was a good day.
another one. Sam is on a roll.
Yes, he is. Thought we were going to have it done, but things happened a little quicker than I thought they would.
We were on so many. I don't know how many of them were the same ones that we were just chasing up the ridge.
Yeah.
There were at least 3 different bulls.
Yeah.
And we set up like 3 times
Yeah.
first thing. And they were just moving away. Story of our season, it seemed like. And then all of a sudden that one decides to come full speed.
Here comes an elk. There goes
There
an
goes.
elk.
And then there was still more bugling up ahead of us. We chased them
Yep. To the top of the
to
mountain.
the top. Yeah.
Yeah. There was... Tried stopping that elk when it got into Sam's shooting lane, but I think he was probably going 15 miles an hour when I hit him, and then he hit our wind. He got downwind of us. He just turns around, walks out, walks over, and we thought he's going to come in on the other side of us. So
Well, what you couldn't see was me back calling.
yeah,
I had moved over to the right because when the bull first left, he went up to the left.
So I moved to the right and called, and he circled all the way around and came into me there. So then I ran back to the left trying to get him, and he finally was like, something doesn't smell right here.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was Sam. He even made that comment.
Yes.
I guess I should have showered this morning or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Now we'll talk more about the how to stop an elk when it comes into a shooting lane here in a minute. But we had football practice. I think we had to get back to that day, and weren't able to get an evening hunt in. But we got some good call-ins with Sam. I went out before the last episode with Sam. Just had a couple hours one morning. Called a bull into him at 12 yards. He's at full draw, bull's broadside. And Dad messed up, and I got a little anxious and cow called too early, and the bull stopped behind the brush. The only brush on the entire hill. He was open before that, open after that, and he stopped behind it and stood there. Sam finally had to let down, and I think he saw movement and got away. And then we got out a couple more times with him and had some good action. But tomorrow's the real action with Sam.
Yes.
So. And just like with Jesse, fishing game in Idaho allows a youth to hunt both the A and B seasons, so they get to hunt archery and then rifle. And so we'll be going out with Sam. He took it all the way down to the wire. Last day of rifle season.
Last day.
Yep. So back to calling. So I mentioned I called too early and stopped the bull behind the brush, and he was saying he was coming in at a dead run. And I got anxious, and Cal called a little too hard, a little too early, thinking he was going to run past where Sam would have a shot at him. Donnie on the other side, that on this episode, the bull's coming down the ridge. I mean, just at a run. You can hear him just running down there. And Donnie can't see him where he's at exactly. There's trees right in front of Donnie and Sam. And by the time he comes out, he's at full run, and Donnie cow calls. And the bull gets another 10 or 15 yards before he stops. And I don't know if he heard it or just smelled.
Yeah.
But so today's strategy for success, it's brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, is stopping an elk at the right time. And you've seen, you heard me mention I messed up. You saw Donnie mess up. But it's hard to do. It's hard to time that. And especially archery hunting, where you have just a little opening sometimes. So setting up's important. But one thing you want to remember is if they're running and coming in hard, it's going to take more of a cow call to get their attention. If they're coming in slow and cautious, you don't want to blow out a big cow call that's going to frighten them or startle them a little bit. You want to make a soft cow call. But if they're coming in hard like that, time it right, where you want him to stop, you've got to hit him a little early, because it's going to take them 3 or 4 steps to get stopped. And you want to make sure you hit them with a good audible cow call that they're going to be able to hear through their own panting, breathing, bugling, glunking, running down the hill. So it's important to understand each of those situations. If you cow call too softly when they're coming in fast, you aren't going to get their attention and stop them. If you cow call too loudly when they're coming in slow and quiet, you're going to startle them, give away your exact location, and then they're going to need a visual. So it's hard in that heat of the moment. It's hard not to get excited and over cow call. It's hard to, when they're coming in fast, to switch gears and give them that abrupt one. But
it was so close too.
it's like 5 yards. Sam was already drawn at full draw. If he'd have just stopped for a split second.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. When you do cow call, especially close like that, you've got to be already drawn back pretty close to on them, cow call and stop them, lock that pin and shoot, because you don't have too long. Once they hear a cow call and they stop and look at you, you got a second or two is about it before they see something's wrong and bolt out of there. So let's see, giveaways. We've got 4 packages again today. A reminder for the one at backhoo.com. Just go to backhoo.com/elk101. And the one on our website at elk101.com/DEV3. You can enter all 3 of them. Comment down below to enter for the 4 gear packages, the daily gear packages.
We're kind of getting down to the wire. If you haven't gone back to previous episodes and entered a comment, you only got a few days left. So go and enter them, and good luck.
Yeah, we'll be going through all of the comments here in, what do we have? 2, 3 more episodes and then the finale. So you got 3 more days basically. You can go back and comment if you haven't yet on all of the episodes. Then we'll be taking a look at each episode, pulling those comments out of it, and selecting the winners. I didn't hear a dad joke today.
Oh, I don't think Sam told one.
He didn't.
No.
He told lots of jokes about his dad, but
No
dad jokes.
Standing next to that tree when the bull ran by, and it was after the fact, I could hear something in the tree, and I think it was some termites. It reminded me. Termite walks into a bar. He looks around and he says, "Is the bartender here?"
That was a good one. That was, I'm not sure about the tying it into the hunt and all that, but
It was for Sam's benefit.
that was for Sam's benefit.
Sam will giggle.
All right. Strategy for success, dad joke, giveaways.
Tomorrow, don't miss it.
Yeah. We're down to the wire. Last day of elk season in Idaho.
Yep.
And Sam and I went out. You have to forgive the cameraman. He was a little shaky. Yeah, we'll talk more about John at another time. But camera work in tomorrow's episode is it's okay.
Tomorrow's episode, save your judgment for your comments.
What's that mean?
They can judge the camera work with their comments.
Oh, I got you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Throwing the poor cameraman under the bus again.
He's already under there. He's comfortable. He's got a nice bed and a spread, and he likes it under the bus.
Don't forget to hit like. The thumbs up is right over there. We've got a few thumbs downs, which is to be expected, but
Yep.
more thumbs up would be great. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't. We're getting close. Closing in on 100,000, which is awesome. We greatly appreciate the support. The more subscribers, the more likes, all of that we get, the more that the videos are shared with other elk hunters.
Yeah.
And speaking of sharing, you can share these episodes with your friends. There's a button right down there on Donnie's side that you can click on to share, and it'll give you a little URL that you can share on Instagram, Facebook, email. So share the episodes, and we will share an episode with you tomorrow night at the same time. Do you dream of going on a do-it-yourself elk hunt but don't know where to start? Or have you previously hunted elk but failed to fill your tag? Are you simply looking to increase your success and become a more consistently successful elk hunter? If you answered yes to any of these questions, the University of Elk Hunting online course is for you. Click here to learn how the University of Elk Hunting online course can help you maximize your elk hunting success.